Hello, YouTube. The Black Swan here, and I'm here for another topic discussion. And this time it's going to be, well, I've had a lot of questions concerning how, what exactly is the occult? I mean, Christians that are asking me these questions are they don't even know what it is or anything, or other people don't know why it's so looked down upon. So I wanted to clear some of that up. So what is the difference from occultism and forms of Satan worship? Because many people have been asking me also, isn't that Satan worship? Are you worshiping the devil when you do that type of stuff? And I know I talked a little bit about this in my last video, but I wanted to say more about that. And yet even many Christians have come to consider Wicca or any sorts of occultism or magical arts as Satanism to be two unrelated groups, religious traditions. So what's with some people just not seeing it? In fact, many of their beliefs and practices are dynamically opposite to each other. Take the pentagram, for example. In Satanism, there's a pentagram, which is a large circle with a star in the middle of it, facing with the point downward. So it would be a circle, and the star would be like this, pointing down. And that represents their satanic practices. In occultism, the pure pentacle is used, usually, with its point facing upward toward the heaven. The pentacle must be drawn beginning at the top point, and by many, this is known as the Star of Gaia. Not all forms of these specific religions coincide with each other. I mean, come on, people. There are many radical and non-radical forms of religion, so it's not very intelligent to think that other religions have don't have the same sort of things going on. Let me explain some of the ideas of Wiccan, for example. Not that I'm saying I'm Wiccan, just to give you an idea. Some people in the occult, or some people believe the occult religions seek to destroy Christianity. Why? Others feel that all religions, other than the three main Aramaic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, and perhaps some other ones involved in there, are inspired by Satan and thus are forms of Satanism. Almost 3 billion humans, that's 50% of the world's population, and about 30 million Americans would be Satanists if you guys went by this definition, if that's what you guys believed. Still, others feel that major non-Christian groups, world religions, are not satanic. However, a wide variety of unrelated, benign, smaller groups such as Santeria, New Age, Druidism, Wiccan, Neo-Pagan, other forms of occult religions are forms of Satanism. Many Christians believe that the occult is are books sold in conservative Christian bookstores that are against Christianity. Sorry, that didn't come out right, but what I'm trying to say is that there are books in Christian bookstores talking about how bad it is for you to do these things. And they also think that fantasy role-playing games, tarot cards, Ouija boards, horoscopes, heavy metal rock music, and some men's spiritual organizations are all bad for you. They suggest that the main purpose of the occult is to trap people and to draw them into witchcraft and Satanism and worshiping the devil. And some Christians accept the definition, or some people define Satanism by the academic term that Satanists and Wiccans implies direct acknowledgement of and respect for Satan, whether as a living principle or an entity. Wiccan worship, other than pantheon of deities, none who are evil, demonic spirits. There are just thousands or tens of thousands of Satanists in the U.S. By this definition, none are Wiccans. I mean, so even if you find a Satanist, it's not going to be like a Wiccan. Okay, let's talk about the confusion of religious terms. Many have multiple definitions. For example, there have been identified 17 unique meanings to the term witchcraft, of which many are mutually exclusive. Similarly, there are at least 5 unrelated meanings to the term paganism. The Wiccan community frequently adopts ambiguous terms to describe themselves and their faith, As mentioned above, terms witch, witchcraft, paganism have many different, often unrelated meanings. Some people frequently use the term witch or witchcraft in place of Wiccan, which is well defined, by the way. Satanists sometimes identify themselves as witches, but that doesn't mean that the two are unexchangeable, you know? Lumping together the following wide diversity of religion: Buddhism, Druids, Hindus, Jews, Muslims, New Agers, Sanitarians, Theists, Wiccans, and other neo-pagans, etc., etc., as Satanists creates massive confusion in the public mind. It creates this huge illusion over the public that is just ignorant. It's very ignorant, you know. I mean, gosh, the word occult derives from the Latin word occultus, Occultus, and that means hidden. So occult means the hidden arts. It's also a medical term, but that's not anything to do with what we're talking about, so just leave that out. It's all about talents within yourself that are beyond the five senses: arcane, and spiritual, and it engages the supernatural. Unfortunately, it's really difficult to put a real definition on it because there's not really a lot of documentation about things that have been done. It's usually passed on from student to teacher, so on and so forth. And anything that is written down in the BOS, Book of Shadows, or Grimoire, whichever one you want to call it. So it's really difficult. No one really has sat down and just flat out put a definition for a cult. There's so many different things involved in that. But as you can see, from what I hope you gather from this so far, like these definitions and things that I've looked up and try to get as much solid information for you as I possibly can. But what I hope you're getting from this is that what I'm doing isn't a form of mixing satanic worship with Christianity, because I can see where that would lead to some confusion, but that's not what I'm trying to do. So think about it. I hope some of this stuff helps. So Black Swan out. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.